Hi everyone, welcome to Train Me Hub. This session we are dedicating to marketing mix modeling. There's a lot of noise and buzz that's going around marketing mix modeling, MMM. All of a sudden, it's surfacing on internet, on YouTube. People are searching, especially the digital marketers. They are searching that what's going to happen next. When the Google goes cookieless. So this year it was scheduled that Google would be going ahead and where they would be going completely cookieless, wherein they started a lot of marketers, advertisers, publishers, they started accepting the cookieless environment. But however, due to the recent change, they have shifted this thing to 2025. However, still the dependency still now has come up to the marketing mix modeling, and wherein if you are a digital advertiser, or if you are a campaign specialist or a brand manager, you really need to understand now that what is exactly the marketing mix modeling. What are the different tools are out there in the market by different big sharks of internet. One is like Google itself, where they have come up with a new tool, marketing mix modeling tool, which is Merlin. We also have tools from Uber. We also have tools from Facebook. But before we dive into a vendor specific tool, it's very important for an individual to understand that what exactly is the marketing mix modeling and what it offers to an advertiser, and what kind of a holistic visualization, the data it gives that helps you to take a decision towards your marketing efforts. So in today's session, we're gonna cover the theory part of it. This particular tutorial would be divided into three sections. The first section is completely would be based on theory, where we'll be touch basing onto different terminologies involved into marketing mix modeling. And then in the second session, we will cover the different techniques and how to play around with data. And in third, we will be going ahead with a live case study wherein we will be checking and we will be doing the marketing mix modeling with one of the tools like for Google or with Facebook, and we'll see that how it gives the results towards the marketing efforts that is done in the past and how we can take leverage about the data what we have in past towards the future. So let's get started. First, we will be covering that what all things we're gonna cover in this tutorial. So first, there are different chapters involved here. The first chapter will cover what is marketing mix modeling. We'll give the definitions towards MMM. Then we will be talking about the impact of variables on marketing mix modeling, or then we'll be talking about the marketing mix methodologies that is involved. What are the different methods are available in the market? What are the free ones? What are the different things that what you can tweak around with a different methodology which is available? And depending upon your marketing needs, you can tweak around with the methods. Then you'll be touch basing on two type of analysis and marketing mix modeling. Then one of the important topics that what we're going to cover is the data transformation, because this MMM is completely dependent upon the data. So the data transformation is one of the very important key factor that that is involved around MMM. If your data transformation is really good, your data is crunched in a very proper manner, so you will get a very better analysis, and by which you can take the appropriate step towards your marketing efforts. Then we'll be talking about the marketing mix modeling techniques. Then we'll be talking about the model improvement techniques. The existing models that what we have, how we can go ahead and we can improve the techniques, or in fact, I should say that how we can tweak around the existing models of what we have that helps us to visualize and take output based on our marketing efforts. Then we'll be talking about the model selections, that which all different models are available in the market, and what would be best fitting in what all cases. So this particular, we will be laying down a lot of emphasis into our third session, where we will be touch basing onto different case studies of different advertisers from different industries. For example, from one will be touch basing from the tourism industry, one will be touch basing from the fashion industry, and one will be touch basing from the real estate. So we'll be covering the three industries case study, and we will be selecting different model, and this will help you to take a decision that what model selection would be appropriate for your business need. And then we'll be checking on the quantification of the driver impacts. That we will be checking that what are the different factors or the drivers which is helping get your sales, get your conversions, or what particular driver is affecting your marketing. Then we'll be going ahead with a budget optimization. This is one of the very, again, a core steps involved in MMM, where a lot of media planners, they seek information. They sometimes they are not able to take a decision that what budget should be allocated to which particular platform. So this section would be very, very helpful for those who are specialized especially are involved with the media planning and budgeting. So this section would be helping them to explore more. Then in the last, as I said, we'll be touch basing on to MMM case study, where we'll be touch basing on to three industrial case study, and how to select what type of model and when to select what type of model we'll be discussing. So let's start. First, it's like the four P's of the marketing we have to touch base. The singular aim is driving all marketing initiatives is to maximize the ROI on the production, sales, and distribution of certain product or service. Effective marketing can therefore be defined as having the right product at the right time, at the right place, and available at the right price. So if we talk over here in this particular slide, we are talking about the four P's of marketing. If you are a seasoned marketer or a digital marketer, I'm sure that you are aware of the four P's, which is a core pillar of the marketing. So this involves product, price, promotion, and place. And in fact, as it is written clearly over here that effective marketing can be defined as having the right product at the right time, at the right place, and available at the right price. So when we touch about the product, a product can either be a tangible product or an intangible service that meets a specific consumer need or demand. Over here, it's very important that you need to understand, if you're a marketer or if you're a campaign specialist, you need to understand the product that your advertiser is selling. And if you're an advertiser, it's very important for you to understand that what particular product that you are trying to do a market or you're trying to sell. The price is actual amount the customer is expected to pay for that particular product. So price is as simple as the word suggests, that it's the amount that one has to pay for that particular product or service that he or she gonna avail, that the advertiser is trying to do the market for. Now, when we talk about the promotion, it is where a lot of marketing people we get involved. And the promotion includes marketing communication strategies like advertising, offer, public relation, etc. And place refers to where the company sells their product and how it delivers the product to the market. The importance of marketing mix lies in the fact that success or failure of a product or service in the market can also be traceable back to how accurate and efficient was your marketing mix model was. So in this particular tutorial is a complete guide to everything your company needs to know about the importance of marketing mix and how to develop a winning marketing mix strategy for your product. So let's first talk about what is a marketing mix modeling. An accurate marketing mix model can be difference between the success or failure of a product. Now let's talk about the definition, the technical definition of MMM. The key purpose of marketing mix model is to understand how various marketing activities are driving the business metric of a product. It is used as a decision-making tool by brands to estimate the effectiveness of various marketing initiatives in increasing the return of investment. In short, how I summarize the marketing mix model, it's the effort. And when you say the effort, you're doing the investment towards the marketing platform, and then you are checking that how the different channels or the platforms, how they are behaving, how effective is those marketing platforms are driving your sales or driving your brand awareness or driving the conversions. So media mix model is very important that helps you to understand that which particular factors are driving sales for your business, or you can also say in other words that which particular factors are not driving sales for your business. So in that way, you can optimize your marketing effort based on onto what you visualize or what you get as a data for your marketing media mix. So let's talk about that. How does a marketing mix model work? Marketing mix modeling breaks down business metrics to differentiate between contribution for marketing and promotion activities, incremental drivers versus the other base drivers. We'll talk about this in the consecutive slides. But first is like, as I said, it is where you check that which particular drivers are influencing your sales, or you can other ways you can also say that which particular uh, drivers or the factors are not contributing towards your sales. First, let's talk about the incremental driver here. So incremental driver, when we say, is the business outcome generated by marketing activities like TV and print ads, digital spends, price discount, promotion, social outreach. So incremental drivers, in this section, we try to place those drivers or levers which generate, completely a direct marketing activities, what we do. So for example, if you are an advertiser, definitely you're gonna approach to television or specific channel. You'll be approaching to the print media. You'll also be approaching. You'll be doing, since this is the age of digital media. Today in today's day, a lot of advertisers are spending more on to digital spends, and in fact, even the linear television, what we have today, is now getting converted into connected television, and now you can approach, those users on the connected television via the digital platform itself. So these are the basic, marketing efforts that one is doing to get sales and to get business towards your, sales towards your business. Now let's talk about that. What are the base drivers? The base drivers is the outcome is achieved without any advertisements. When we say without any advertisements, something that people, a lot of people, they ask me that without any advertisements, how come you're gonna get business? The answer to it is it is due to the brand equity built over the years. So, for example, the best case is Apple. Apple used to do a lot of heavy branding way back in 2000s, where they used to display and used to do a lot of marketing. But now, since they have built that trust among the users, their branding effort has now lowered down, and probably a user is not influenced by the marketing effort, but they know about the brand. That's the reason they just go ahead to a store and get a new iPhone when the next new iPhone is launched. So these are the base drivers. So base driver will improve. It takes time, and it's not a direct involvement towards the marketing. But you can say the first step, what we touched, the incremental drivers, that effort, that what you have done over the time, that will lead to your base drivers. So base driver, when I conclude, it's like more of a preparing of your brand awareness and how you have gained the confidence among the users. And in fact, you can say in a technical terms, I would say that what is your business retention rate among the user? That's where the base driver comes in. And what I have seen over the years in my career, that the incremental driver is influencing the base drivers. So the way you're doing the marketing, with the flow, how you're doing the marketing, is actually when the base drivers get a lot of influence. Now let's touch base onto the other drivers which impact the marketing. They are the subcomponents of baseline factors and are measured as the brand value accumulated over the certain period of time due to long-term impact of marketing activities. As I said, now this is what we have categorized under the other drivers phenomenon, but the base driver, as I said earlier, It's more of the incremental driver. It's a direct relation, but it's relation with over time. So whatever the incremental drivers that you're using, for example, if you're using digital spend and if you're using with a very effective way over a certain period of time, definitely you will see some kind of influence towards the base driver. So let's talk about the importance of marketing mix modeling, the MMM. First is the better allocation of marketing budget. It's the main objective for where people are using, MMMs is to actually judge the allocation of your marketing budget. This involves that where you want to invest on which particular platform. And in fact, the MMM really gives you a very uh, in fact, a very visualized data that helps you to take decisions that on which particular platform you should invest and how it will lead to a certain action of a user towards your business. So the first, as I said, it's a better allocation of your marketing budget, better execution of your ad campaigns. And in fact, again, it's linked. Once you get that what amount of budget you need to allocate to what type of channels or the platform, then it also helps you to take a decision that which particular campaign or the creative is actually working for you. So again, depending upon the scenarios, you can divert the budget incrementally, or you can also decrease the budget depending upon how a particular platform is performing. Within that platform, how a different campaign is performing and the different creatives are working for your campaign. And third, the business scenario testing. An MMM can be used to forecast business metrics based on the planned marketing activities and then simulate various business scenarios like increase in spend by 10%, level of spend is required to achieve 10%, lift in business metrics. So again, Triple M also helps you to test certain business scenarios. So once you have a very seasoned data, with you, you can take certain, decisions based on the tweaks that you do to see. For example, a lot of my advisors, they ask me, okay, let's take example, if we increase a 10% of, budgeting for a particular Apple search ad. So what amount of installs we gonna get? What would be the CPI? So if you have a very formulated media mix modeling for your business, you just need to inject the amount of budget that you are pouring in, and then it will actually let you know that what is the amount of results that you're gonna get with what kind of a CPI or what key metrics that what you want to measure. So in that case, you can test your business scenario. Let's move further. The impact. Now let's talk about the impact of the variables on the marketing mix model. Now, marketing mix elements are broken down into three variables: incremental, base, and other. These three categories are further subdivided into range of factors that can influence the market performance of a product or a service. Understanding each of these variables is crucial for marketers to make an accurate forecast of the effects of promotional activities. Now, let's first talk about the base variable. The baseline is an impact achieved independent of marketing activities. What we have already discussed in the last slide, that the base variables are nothing but the baseline is any impact achieved independent of marketing activities. They are influenced by various factors like brand value, seasonality, and non-marketing efforts like GDP growth rate, consumer sentiment. It also, it's very important to, see that how these factors efforts. For example, for recently in Europe, or you can say United Kingdom, recently they have just entered the recession. So probably if you're trying to do a marketing, a brand FMCG is trying to sell some product, might it be possible that the user acceptance would be very less. So it's very important to actually evaluate these factors. The growth rate, the consumer sentiment is also very important. In recent, in the past, what we have seen with Zara, with having the Russia and Ukraine, Russia and Ukraine war, with the sentiments of US coming into the picture, it actually hampered the brand Zara. So the consumer sentiment is also very important. In fact, the consumer sentiments towards the Palestine war, what we have seen, a lot of non-acceptance towards the other brands, what we have seen. First, I'm saying that they have completely gone down, but we have seen that the consumer sentiment can go positive. Consumer sentiment can also go negative. So it's very important to determine these baseline factors. And if you're able to evaluate, you would be able to take an appropriate decision for your marketing efforts. Now let's talk about some of the baseline variables. First is the price. The price is a very significant factor in determining the other elements of marketing mix strategy. Price determines the target consumer group as well as the strategy for advertising promotion and distribution. Pricing is one of the key factors affecting marketing mix because pricing communicates the value of the product customer and can have a direct impact on the business performance. Impact on pricing depends upon the elasticity of the product as well. So again, pricing is one of the key factors, and as you know, a lot of freebies, a lot of things happen across the market. But yeah, if you're a marketer, if you're doing a marketing for any advertiser, it's very important to check the price. Why I say this is like very important. I will share one of the case studies wherein I was doing a marketing for one of the hotel brands. And when I heard about the price of that one night, one night stay for that particular hotel brand, I was a little shocked that our people are providing that level of money. And when I looked onto the CRM data, when I'm saying CRM data, the data, the internal data, what the hotel people they had for the customer, I was shocked that yes, they do had sales in the past, and in the recent year when I saw their value of sales that they are getting, I was literally shocked. So with that amount of pricing, whether it's very high or whether it's very low, it's very important as a marketer to understand the price value of the product or service your advertiser is offering, or as an individual, if you're doing a marketing, it's very important to keep a factor price evaluated in a very well manner to understand the sentiments that whether it would be accepted in the market or not. So let's talk about the distribution here. In MMM, distribution refers to the number of stores, location where the product is available, number of stock keeping units, in short form, we can say SKU, and shelf life, that's the velocity. Shelf life is again a very important factor here because when you're evaluating your advertiser product, it's very important that you have to see the shelf life of your advertiser product. Reason, if it is a short lifespan, it will affect your marketing for sure. And if it has a longer shelf life, then yes, your marketing effort will be not that intuitive, you can say, but it will change over time, and you can gamble around the time that what you have for your marketing. Now we will touch base on to the resource and the courses that is around that particular product that will help you to make an overall marketing strategy. So it is very important to see these things that, okay, as an advertiser, what are the SKU that they have, what is the shelf life that they have. And when we say SKU, it's very important because might be possible you are doing a very good job towards your marketing and you all of a sudden start getting sales. And if you're out of the stock, then all your marketing effort has gone down, right? Because there's no product for people to buy. So it can also affect into a negative sentiment that the product is not available, the brand will start having a negative impact. So it's very important to evaluate the SKUs. It's important to evaluate the shelf life, and with that you can go ahead and do your overall to start strategizing your overall marketing plan and strategizing things. Now let's move further. The other thing is the seasonality. Seasonality refers to the various variations that occurs in a periodic manner. Seasonal opportunities are enormous, and often they are the most commercially critical time of the year. A best example is, if you're from India, especially Diwali, Dussehra, when we see that a lot of sales happens during that time because it's a season time, and people they try to buy a lot of stuff. Especially if you're based out of any western part of the world, then probably you will have Thanksgiving, you will have Christmas Eve, or where people they try to buy it, and this is what the seasonal factor is all about. Probably season factor also gives a negative and would affect towards the marketing, especially with the sentiments with the war, or you can say there is some kind of a lot of people in India they follow a trend, the Hindu calendar, wherein they do not buy things during a specific period of time, and they try to buy more things during a specific period of time. And same happens across the world. So it's very important that you evaluate the seasonality and you embed the seasonality factor as well when you're designing your marketing plan or marketing strategy. Now let's touch base onto the macroeconomic economic variables. Macroeconomic factors greatly influence the business, and hence their marketing strategy that helps you to understand factors like GDP, unemployment rate, purchase power, growth rate, inflation, and consumer sentiment is very critical. One of the quick things that I will like to touch base is the unemployment rate. The unemployment rate influences the purchase power of an individual. So one of the case study that I was just doing, that how in China we have seen a real estate slump that has happened. There are a lot of houses that is vacant. The housing companies are not able to sell their houses to the users. So one of the key levers when we are doing analysis, we realize there's a lot of unemployment in the market in China as well. That is not leading to, if the user is unemployed, they will definitely not have the purchase power. And if we are trying to do a very ballistic marketing during that period of time, it will not have that effect what we are expecting. So it's very important to see the macroeconomic variables as well, whether you check what's the good GDP growth rate, what is the unemployment rate that's happening now, what is the purchase power, and in fact, I would in the subsequent session, I will show, especially for the Indian market, I will showcase that what are the different data we evaluate over time, okay, and especially we formulate the buying capacity of a user onto different segments, and how you can use that particular data, from where you can download this data as well. I will be explaining that, and how you can evaluate your data with over time to take appropriate decisions. Now let's talk about the incremental variables. Now, incremental variable, first variable that we'll touch base is the alt variable, which we also refer to above the line marketing. Above the line advertising consists of advertising activities that are largely non-target and have a wide reach. When I say largely non-targeted and have a wide reach, I will explain. The primary objective of all activities is to help brand building and to create consumer awareness and familiarity. Now, for the non-target, when we say, especially for the digital marketers, people will say, hey, we are digital marketers. We, without any targeting, we can't go ahead. There will be a lot of spend that would be happening up. So don't get confused when we are saying a non-targeted things, especially we refer to the offline media of, like, for example, billboards. So you see a billboard around your cities, right? So that is a non-target. It's there, right? If you get the glimpse of it, it's okay. If you don't get a glimpse of it, even that's okay. However, the digital marketing, when we say about the brand awareness, it's very specific, wherein we try to tweak around, with your reach, with your unique reach. But having said that, again, the objective is to reach to the mass users, to tell about your brand and familiarize them, familiarize the user with your brand. So don't get confused when we say non-targeted. It's something that, we are just trying to say that we are scaling and we are reaching out to the mass users for the brand awareness activity. Example we got a quote here is for the alt marketing includes the television advertising, radio advertising, print advertising, magazine and newspaper, and product placement. cinema and theater. So if you see here, it's a non-targeted. Even if you're not interested, you see to those ads, right? And if you are trying to get, if the ad has been shown to you a lot number of times, somewhere down the line you will have that, impression in your mind that what we refer to as the retention rate. Now, let's talk about the advantages of above the line marketing. Tailored to reach a massive audience, great for creating awareness, long-term brand building. So it's important for anyone, for any advertiser, or even if you're a marketer, a digital marketer, if an advertiser reaches out to you, it's very, very important to evaluate their presence, over the internet and the presence over the users. If they not have that adequate, presence across the user, it's very, very important to touch base onto the offline marketing. That will help them to get that awareness, and it will also, longer down the line, it will help to do a brand building for them. And if they have a proper brand building, so performance marketing can be bundled with the brand marketing, it will have a enormous amount of results. And especially here, we have to educate the advertiser that how it's gonna affect, and especially the MMM, the session what we are doing here will help you to educate your clients and can help you to gain incremental media budgets as well. And in fact, if the client gets a clear understanding, he will not hesitate because at the end, the brand awareness is happening up. You're building a brand. So it's very important for them to understand. And this media modeling mix helps you to get that data and helps you to educate your client as well. Now let's talk about the below line marketing. Below line line advertising consists of very specific, memorable, and direct advertising activity focused on tailored group of consumers, often known as direct marketing strategies. Below the line strategy focus more on conversion than on building the brand. As I said, always any market in the present day scenario, if you're a company and you want to sustain in the market, it's very important to have a mix of above the line marketing as well as a combination of the below the line marketing. And in fact, in my career, I always suggest any advertiser who comes for the marketing, I personally recommend them to have a mix of these two. Later on, with over time, you can change the course of investments, towards these two pillars. But yes, if you're really, really, new in the market, it's important to start with ALT, then go for BLT with over time. Now, advantage of below the line marketing, specifically targeted towards the individual customer, drive immediate impact, helps measure campaign effectiveness and conversion. So these are the three important, advantages that what we see into below line marketing. Especially if someone asked in the interview as well, it's just one liner answer that what you can give is specifically it is targeted towards the individual customer. So more specific targeting that what we are doing. Now let's talk about the TTL, which is through the line marketing. Although the line advertising involves the use of both ALT and BLT marketing strategy, the recent consumer trend in the market requires the integration of both ALT and BLT strategy for better results. And as I've stated earlier, yes, it is very important to combine the ALT and the BLT efforts. And with over time, looking onto the results, you can change the marketing investments. You can tweak around the marketing investment based on what you're getting as a result. The other variables that we will be talking about is the long-term impact of several marketing initiatives can be grouped under competition, direct competitors, indirect competitors. Second, halo and cannibalization impact. Now, what is the halo effect? It's very important to understand. People from MBA background, they will MBA marketing, they will be checking that, okay, we are aware of the halo effect. But it's also important that, in today's market, a halo effect needs to be understood in a very mathematical way. And especially if you are doing media mix modeling and you're trying to strategize, a marketing plan for a big enterprise, very important to understand the halo effect with a mathematical approach. And in this session, we will be, probably in the next session, we'll be laying down a lot of emphasis on cannibalization and the halo effect, where a proper mathematical approach, which will lead to a data visualization and how you have to crunch to get those halo effects. So now, to the beginners who are new to this media mix modeling, let's talk about that. What is the halo effect? A halo effect is a term consumer favoritism towards a product from a brand because of positive experience they have had with other products from the same brand. Halo effect can be seen as a measure of brand strength and brand loyalty. For example, consumers favor Apple iPad tablets based on positive experience they had with Apple iPhones. Now, let's talk about that. What is cannibalization effect? Cannibalization effect refers to the negative impact of the product from brand because of performance of other products from the same brand. This mostly occurs in cases when brands have multiple products in similar categories. For example, a consumer's favoritism towards iPad can cannibalize MacBook sales. In marketing mix model, base variable or incremental variables of other products of the same brand are tested to understand the halo or the cannibalizing impact on the business outcome of the product under considerations. So that's where the concept of A/B testing also comes into the picture to actually see that whether we are getting the halo effect or whether we are getting the cannibalization effect. And it's just not with just one, between the two products within the same organization. You can make the testing across the different organizations as well. So it's important to evaluate this halo effect and cannibalization effect as well. Just recently, for one of my advertisers, we are trying to evaluate the sentiments of the advertiser, about the users and the respective advertiser service that they are offering. And in fact, we also try to formulate a lot of effort that cannibalization effect should not grow with over time. So again, we will talk in the later part that how this particular factor needs to be tapped on a regular basis to actually judge the sentiments of a particular user. And with that being said, you can evaluate things based on the data what you get. We'll hold the session over here, and in the next session, we'll talk about some of the more theory, and this theory would be revolving around a lot of data interpretations, a lot of data algorithm that what we use into media mix modeling to understand this all things what we what I have taught so far. So stay tuned and looking forward for the upcoming session for the different types of data and algorithm involved into media mix modeling. So stay tuned. Thank you so much.